Your brain is lying to you. Right now, it's killing your future. Every what if at 3 a.m., every menu you can't choose, every conversation you ghost because small talk feels like death? That's not overthinking. That's a superpower in sabotage mode. In the next some minutes, I'll hand you the kill switch. Turn existential dread into weaponized clarity. Make crowds beg for your 3 a.m. thoughts. Solve problems Einstein couldn't touch, but only if you're done apologizing for your mind. Play, or stay broken. Detonate. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let's dive right in. If you overthink everything, prefer solitude, and question reality constantly, this video explains why. Today we're breaking down the psychology of deep thinkers. We'll cover exactly what defines a deep thinker, the core characteristics that set them apart, their biggest strengths, the real challenges they face, and finally, practical ways to embrace this trait without burning out. Let's get started. Part 1. What defines deep thinkers? At its core, a deep thinker is someone whose mind operates on multiple layers simultaneously. While most people skim the surface of experience, deep thinkers dive beneath it. They don't accept information at face value. They dissect it, connect it to broader systems, and ask, what does this really mean? Psychologically, this stems from high cognitive reflectivity, a term from personality psychology that describes the tendency to examine thoughts and experiences in detail. Deep thinkers score high on measures of openness to experience, one of the big 5 traits, and often show elevated activity in the default mode network, the brain's daydreaming circuit responsible for introspection and idea generation. But it's more than brain wiring. Deep thinking is also a habit. It's the deliberate choice to pause, reflect, and seek meaning instead of rushing to the next stimulus. In a world optimized for speed and distraction, deep thinkers are the outliers who refuse to play that game. Part 2. Core characteristics. Let us unpack the traits you'll recognize if you're a deep thinker, or if you know one. First, chronic curiosity. Deep thinkers treat life like a detective novel. A casual conversation about politics isn't just small talk. It's an entry point into philosophy, history, power dynamics, and human nature. They ask why until the other person runs out of answers. Second, pattern recognition on steroids. They spot connections others miss. A news headline about climate change links in their mind to economic inequality, technological ethics, and even ancient mythology about hubris. This isn't random. It's systems thinking, the ability to see the forest and the trees at the same time. Third, emotional depth. Deep thinkers don't just think deeply, they feel deeply. They're highly sensitive to nuance in tone, body language, and subtext. This makes them empathetic, but also prone to emotional overload in chaotic environments. Fourth, preference for solitude. Crowds drain them because small talk feels like mental junk food. They crave quiet spaces to process, synthesize, and recharge. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's their laboratory. Fifth, discomfort with superficiality. Platitudes like, everything happens for a reason, make them cringe. They want evidence, logic, and philosophical rigor. This can make them seem intense or contrarian, but it's just intellectual honesty. Sixth, future-oriented rumination. They don't just live in the present, they simulate possible futures. If I take this job, how will it affect my values in 5 years? This foresight is powerful, but it can spiral into anxiety if unchecked. Seventh, a love-hate relationship with overthinking. They know their mind can loop endlessly, but they also know that's where breakthroughs happen. The same mental habit that causes paralysis at 2 a.m. is the one that solves complex problems no one else sees. Part 3. The strengths. Now let's talk superpowers. Deep thinking isn't a curse, it's a cognitive advantage in the right contexts. Strength 1. Superior problem solving. Studies on insight, the aha moment, show that deep thinkers excel at problems requiring creative recombination. They hold more information in working memory and see novel connections. Think Einstein staring at a beam of light, or a coder debugging a system by questioning first principles. Strength 2. Moral clarity. Because they examine values rigorously, Deep thinkers often develop strong ethical frameworks. They're the ones calling out hypocrisy, not to be difficult, but because consistency matters. History's great reformers, MLK, Socrates, Simone de Beauvoir, were all deep thinkers. Strength 3. Resilience through meaning-making. When crisis hits, shallow thinkers ask, "Why me?" Deep thinkers ask, "What does this teach me?" Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, argued that meaning is the ultimate human drive. Deep thinkers find it naturally, even in suffering. Strength 4. Influence through insight. In boardrooms, classrooms, or content creation, deep thinkers cut through noise. Their ideas stick because they're layered with evidence, metaphor, and emotional resonance. Look at any TED Talk with millions of views. Chances are it came from a deep thinker. Strength 5. Self-awareness. The examined life isn't easy, but it's authentic. Deep thinkers know their flaws, triggers, and blind spots. Therapy often feels redundant because they've already done the inner work. Part 4. The challenges. But let's be real. Depth comes with shadows. Challenge 1. Analysis paralysis. The same mind that sees every angle can freeze under decision fatigue. Choosing a restaurant becomes a philosophical debate about ethics, nutrition, and social signaling. Deadlines suffer when perfectionism creeps in. Challenge 2. Social misalignment. Most people want quick answers and light banter. Deep thinkers offer 10-minute monologues with citations. This leads to misunderstandings, you're overcomplicating it, and eventual withdrawal. Relationships require conscious effort to meet others halfway. Challenge 3. Existential dread. Questioning reality is fun until you hit the void. What if nothing matters? Can spiral into nihilism. Deep thinkers are statistically more prone to rumination and depression, per research in the Journal of Personality. Challenge 4. Energy drain. Depth requires focus, and focus is finite. After a day of intense thinking, they're mentally exhausted while others are still socializing. This mismatch leads to guilt. Why can't I just relax? Challenge 5. Impatience with mediocrity. They see potential everywhere: wasted talent, inefficient systems, lazy arguments. This critical eye helps innovation but breeds frustration when change is slow. Challenge 6. Imposter syndrome on steroids. The more you know you don't know. Deep thinkers live in the Dunning-Kruger Valley. They're competent enough to recognize the limits of their competence. Part 5. How to embrace it. So how do you harness the gift without drowning in the curse? Here's a practical framework. Step 1. Structure your depth. Give your mind containers. Use journaling prompts like, "What did I learn today?" or "How does this connect to my core values?" Set time limits, 20 minutes of deep dive, then decide. Depth needs boundaries to stay productive. Step 2. Translate for the surface world. Practice the elevator pitch version of your ideas. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Einstein again. This builds communication muscle and reduces alienation. Step 3. Schedule solitude strategically. Block deep work hours like Cal Newport recommends, 90-minute chunks with no distractions. Treat it like a meeting with your future self. Protect this time fiercely. Step 4. Pair depth with action. Thinking is foreplay. Doing is the main event. Use the 5-minute rule. If a task takes less than 5 minutes, do it now. This prevents overthinking from blocking momentum. Step 5. Find your tribe. Online communities, philosophy clubs, mastermind groups, places where depth is currency, not a burden. 1 hour with a fellow deep thinker recharges more than 10 with small talk. Step 6. Ritualize meaning-making. Turn existential questions into creative output. Write essays, record voice memos, sketch mind maps. Externalizing the inner world prevents rumination loops. Step 7. Practice cognitive diffusion. When thoughts spiral, label them. That's the overthinking script again. Mindfulness research shows this reduces emotional reactivity. You're not your thoughts, you're the observer. Step 8. Celebrate small wins. Depth makes big goals feel inevitable and small ones feel trivial. Track micro progress. 1 decision made, One conversation simplified, one insight applied. Dopamine needs data. Step 9. Protect your energy. Say no to draining obligations. Use the hell yes or no filter. Depth thrives in margin. White space on the calendar is fertilizer for insight. Step 10. Reframe the struggle. Every challenge is training. Analysis paralysis, you're building decision stamina. Social fatigue, you're learning emotional regulation. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius would approve. So here's the truth. Being a deep thinker isn't something to fix, it's something to refine. You're wired to see what others miss, to feel what others skim, to build castles in the air and then put foundations under them. The world needs that now more than ever. But depth without direction is just noise. Channel it, structure it, share it, protect it. If this resonated, drop a comment with your biggest overthinking win or struggle. Let's build a community of minds that go deep together. If this video hit on your mind, leave your valuable comments. And if you want more scripts for the overthinking brain, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and I'll see you in the next one.